This week in Hypixel Skyblock, a few things happened, and in this video I'll be covering most of them. Also, before we begin, you should sub, as we are really close to 33k, and at 33k, I'll be very happy, so please sub. Anyways, you can now drop rune books from runic mobs. Also, after the year 400 update dropped, the player count as always shot up from around 50k normally to over 66,000. But then the players realized that they were spending 2 hours grinding to get a try again later. So the player count has fallen back to 50k. Also, let me know in the comments if you got anything good. Also, if you did, give coin. Beyond that, we have a new alpha update. First, they added the year of the seal. Basically, from now on, every Skyblock year, we'll have different events, like the year of the pig or year of the seal. Currently, we only have year of the seal and pig, which will alternate every 6 years. But the admins have said that they are working on the other events. But basically, here's everything they added for the year of the seal. First, they've added 2 new sea treasures, the regular and giant beach ball, that you can bounce around. Now, maybe it's just my skill issue, but it's kinda difficult. And based on the number of times you bounce the ball, you get fishy treats. Now I don't know how it scales. Like the big ball gives you 3 fishy treats with 1 bounce, but even after bouncing it 3 times, the number stays the same. And the small ball gives 1 fishy treat with 1 bounce, and after bouncing it 6 times, you get 4 treats. Also, the small ball can only be done solo, and it's comparatively a lot easier, especially if you lower your FOV. But doing the big ball solo can be really difficult. As for me, it was insanely buggy. Again, it could just be that I'm skill issued. But I recommend doing this with some friends, as all of you will gain the fishy treats. I also recommend looking for a nice flat piece of land. The best place for me was the unincorporated zone in the hub. Now once you get the fishy treats, you can go to Lucas near the blacksmith. And he has a lot of items you can buy, including the frozen amulet necklace that gives sea creature chance, fishing speed, and increases your chance of fishing sea treasures. The seal talisman that gives sea creature chance and increases your chance of fishing sea treasures. You can also upgrade it to get the seal ring. There's also the tidal enchant, which based on what I can see is pretty useless, but I don't fish a lot. So if you're into fishing, let me know in the comments if it's actually good. There's also the seal street bag that allows you to drop items like enchanted fish or bait. Now I don't have a loot pool for this, but the most expensive item I've gotten from this was the whale bait. And based on how difficult it was for me to get the fishy treats, I honestly don't think it's worth it. Again, it could just be my skill issue. But just like whale bait, you can also drop the new golden bait. That buffs your chance of fishing sea treasures. Beyond that, there could also be other RNG drops I don't know about. Apart from that, you can also get the T12 fishing minion. That is about 14% or 5 seconds faster than the T11 variant. So get the T12 fishing minion if you want to hit fishing 50 without actually fishing. But again, it's gonna take a long time to reach it. And there's also the T12 clay minion. That is about 12% or 2 seconds faster than the T11 variant. Speaking of clay, the admins have also added a new enchanted clay block. So clay minions can now be used for longer without filling up. Great news for people playing Skyblock 4 years ago. And finally, there's a new seal minion skin. And here's what it looks like. Beyond that, the shiny pig event will also be back in the form of Year of the Pig. And just like Lucas, the main NPCs will be standing on the spot near the well. Now for some other changes. There's a new rift objective for Detective Amog's wallet. Rabbits now give combat XP like other animals. The squeaky mouse mats pitch and yaw now have a limit. They have shortened the jungle temple parkour, and as you can see here, they have removed some lava and traps.
Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet.
They also added ways to escape the lava. They have also added more gemstones, and if you die, you'll not spawn that far away, unlike before. But you can no longer break into the jungle temple by mining through it. They also improved the Lost Precursor City's navigation and have added more automaton spawns. They've also greatly modified the Mines of Divan, and it's now much easier to navigate. And they have also removed some difficult to access treasure locations. Now for some bug fixes. You can no longer use Hemoglass in the Wizardman Brawl. Temporal pillars can no longer spawn as runic. They fixed the super sharp and stabby stake, giving the wrong amount of combat XP. Also, while editing, I decided to test it out. And the combat XP I can gain from this went from 75 on the main server to 45 on the alpha server. So yeah, it's a massive nerf to Vampire Slayer. They fixed the Wizardman's dementia. The hazard zone now shows the correct amount of damage. Biohazard armor now properly links to the wiki page. Extremely real shurikens no longer work in the garden or while guesting. Flamebreaker armor now works for Madame Eleanor's quest. The Golden Dragon's gold item boost perk now works on Blaze daggers when in Auric mode. The Ravenous Rhino and the Baker now actually show up. If you want to know more about it, pause and read this. They also changed the message you get when you try to break crops with non-farming tools. They also fixed the infinite sky mall glitch. The Maniac Miner perk now caps at 1000 blocks instead of 990. Aranya now gives chimes properly. You can no longer get 2 speckled teacups from Blessing. Anyways, here's some fun stuff from the subreddit. Only 7, those are rookie numbers. Never mind, this post is 4 days old. Again, honestly, I don't know a single person who actually dropped a good RNG drop. Or they are avoiding me. I don't know why though. Give coin. I mean, the salmon hat used to be pretty expensive. Never mind. Hot take, but it wasn't as bad as last year though. The lil bro though. Also, for those who don't know, the loudmouth bass is a new item that you can get from the raffle. And you can use your bass to duel with other players. And if you win, your bass gains weight. And if you lose, well, you lose. At first, I thought that this guy had only lost like 10 mil. But then I checked the price of uncommon bass. And yeah, it's a lot. What misinformation? And as always, Iron Man players get the best loot. He's probably Iron Man as well.
What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said,
require social debt. Just a few more months and you can literally get one of the best weapons in the game for a literal cook. Anyways, expect a video at 10:45 AM EST on Sunday. I mean it this time. Set an alarm cause I will be dropping the video that I've technically been working on for almost a month at this point. Unless the admins mess up my video again. Subscribe.